Hello, Carl. This is Alyssa with Patriot Marketing. We had reached out earlier today, and I believe we got a hold of Audrey. Anyways, we promised this free custom video, and anyways, here it is. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I just really wanted to provide some value to you and provide some tips and tricks to really maximize your traffic online as well as your business online. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I would like to point out a couple of things that I really liked about your website. There's this faded in picture that kind of shows some of the work that you do, which is really great. People can kind of see what a quality job that you guys do and what their roof could look like. There's also this click to call button here. That's really nice so that people can get a hold of you. These are really super important. It helps with conversions because not only can you get in contact with your potential clients right away, however, when people are already clicking to call and taking the time out of their day to call you, they are more likely to convert over as a client. So those click to call buttons are super important. So I definitely keep that. There was a couple of things I noticed on here. First of all, the only bit of content that I noticed was this right here. And I thought as the more I scrolled down that I'd find a lot more, but it was just this. And content is anything that I can highlight, whether it be text or pictures. In this case, I'm talking about the text. The reason why you want a lot of textual content on your website is so you can rank for a lot of different keywords. Keywords, for example, roofing San Diego right here. This one's also really great. San Diego Roofing Companies. Metal Roofing San Diego has a very low competition number, but a high search volume of 100 per month. And all of these keywords have their own search volumes per month. And all of these together add up to a total search volume of 2.1 thousand search volume for your field of work and area that you serve. So with that said, that's a lot of volume to be had that you're not getting, because when people search these keywords, because you don't have those keywords within your content, you're not showing up under their search, and therefore they are not able to find you. And it's really important to put yourself in a position to be found. And how you would do that would be by having a website that has a lot of content containing the keywords that you want and need to be found for. I would even go as far as saving the images as those keywords and then re-uploading them to your website, so then that image now counts as content towards your website. And it's a really sneaky way to actually insert a keyword into your website without actually putting it into your text. So there's that. And the reason why it is so crucial for a website to have those things is because when Google crawls your website, they not only see that you have that content, but the keyword verbatim is within your content. And it allows you to rank faster and more efficiently, because Google believes that the more content and keywords that you have, the more likely you are to be an expert in your field. And so at the end of the day, their whole goal is that whoever is searching on their platform gets the information that they need. So for example, somebody typed in roofers or roofing San Diego, they're going to rank the people that they deem to be more of an expert in that field, aka has more content on their website, higher than the ones that don't have as much content. So long story short, the more content you have, the more likely you are to be found, because Google wants to ensure that those searching on their platform gets taken care of and finds the information that they need. So that concludes my first tip for you. Just adding a whole lot of more content and adding more keywords to that would definitely help. I'm going to move on to my next tip for you, and that would be to build upon this Google business profile. It would really be maximizing, the amount of traffic and business you'd be getting to your website. And what I mean by that is when people search for any given keyword, there's a lot of ways in which they can convert over as a client. First, you have the local ads at the top. these, capture the people who click on the very first thing that they see. They're also Google guaranteed up to a certain dollar amount. So if something happens or goes wrong, Google will make it right monetarily. Also, when you hover your mouse over these local ads, there's a little number of the company that drops down. And as we were talking about before, when somebody's already taking time out of their day to call you, they're more likely to convert over as a client. So that's why these have such a high conversion rate. Then there's the Google Ads themselves. I'm going to go over to this next tab. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. Same field of work, different area. So the local ads are located under the, not the local ads. The Google Ads themselves are located under the local ads. They do not have as high of a conversion rate. However, they are a lot cheaper and put you in a position to be seen by a lot of different people because of where they're located. So I'm going to go back over here because everything else that I have is covered here. So then you have the Google Map Pack here. The map pack, the way the people who search this way, they want to see a company that is local in the area. I am one of these people. I do like to search this way a lot. So the people listed here can pull up to 40% of the traffic. So you could get that as well whenever you decide to expand on your Google business profile, but this can pull up to 40% of the traffic. So if we took a keyword that has a search volume of 250, roofing San Diego, that is what I used. Then you are looking at 100 going straight here to your competitors. That is a good chunk of the traffic coming in. The rest of the 60% trickles down throughout this page. So that brings me to ranking organically. So the concept for ranking organically is pretty simple. The higher you're ranking in Google, the more traffic you're going to pull to your website. So these people up here are doing way better than the ones down here, and people rarely go to that second page of Google. Only a small percentage does. And so it's really important that when you're ranking organically that you're ranking high enough to be on that first page so you actually get that traffic to your website. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to conclude on my second tip for you of expanding upon your Google business profile and move on to my third tip, which actually does have to deal with ranking organically. In order to rank organically, you do need to build up the strength of your website. And this is where we get a little technical, so bear with me for a second. In order to build up that strength of your website, you need to add backlinks and referring domains. So backlinks, unfortunately, are not all created equal. You have good quality backlinks, like right here, and you also have some poor quality ones, which if we go all the way back here, you probably have some zeros in here, but right here. So these zeros here, they're not doing anything for you. So I would get rid of those and replace them with some of these better quality backlinks, as they are going to help you rank better than these zeros. So then referring domains, the best way to describe what that is, for example, if you provided some services for someone and they decided to blog about what you did for them and they have a link back to your website, that's a referring domain. So you have 159 referring domains. If we take a look at yours, some have these referring domains. Referring domains can have a lot of power. Some more than others. As you can see, there's higher numbers and lower numbers. The higher the number, the more powerful they are, and it just means that they're more trusted by Google than some of these zeros here. So you would want some of the higher number referring domains, because the more power you have with that, the higher these numbers are going to be. And with these, you generally want as high of a number as possible, and at a 1-to-1 ratio. So between UR and DR. So you're at 18 with UR, DR you're at a 7, not a 1-to-1 ratio. Generally speaking, we want to see roofers in the 20s, 30s, 40s range. So with UR, you're just below the 20s range, and DR, you got quite a bit to catch up with that. So that's just with that. You're ranking for 36 organic keywords and generating organic traffic of 15. So let's take a look at some of the keywords you're actually ranking for. It looks like you were ranking for your name right here quite a bit. And also more down here. You don't want to rank mainly for your name, because when people are searching, they are going to not look for your company name. They're going to look for those service keywords. So you want something like roofers in San Diego, or roofing and solar San Diego. Things like that is something you're going to want to rank for, because when you get something that is completely irrelevant, like, I don't even know what this is, or, you know, just stuff like that, you're not going to get as much relevant traffic. And what I mean by that is, when you have a keyword that is a national keyword, or just something that doesn't have to relate to your field of work or area that you are in, it's going to bring a bunch of unnecessary traffic to your website, where it will show as traffic. They are not going to convert over as a client. So if you had something like roofers near me, that's a national keyword. If someone looked that up in Bakersfield, California, and then you came up, they're not likely going to convert over as a client. They might pass through on your website, but they are going to probably choose somebody that's a lot closer to their area. So you're going to want more keywords like the roofing and solar San Diego, something like that. It's a service keyword that points towards your area, and it narrows your audience, so you get traffic that will likely convert over as a client. So we're going to take a look at one of your competitors. This is their website here. I found them ranking organically #1, and also they're in the Google Map pack. So they're getting a lot of traffic. This is where they're at in their online presence. They have 71.7 thousand backlinks, 155 referring domain, putting them at 30 UR, DR 25, almost at a 1-to-1 ratio. They're in that 20s and 30s range though. They are ranking for 1.1 thousand organic keywords and getting an organic traffic of 934. So let's take a look at their backlinks. They have a lot of these good quality backlinks. However, they do have some zeros. So if you replace a lot of your zeros with good quality backlinks and putting a whole mess of them in there, because they have a ton, even though they have a lot of zeros, they still have a ton. Maybe getting more of those backlinks and replacing those zeros with good quality ones might help you beat them out. Referring domains, they have a lot of zeros here, so they have things in here that don't have a whole lot of power or are not trusted by Google as well. They do have some high ones, but if you have a lot more referring domains added, there is really easy to probably beat them out and outnumber their high power ones, because they do have a lot of zeros that aren't doing anything for them. So that's where you could also apply some of those to beat them out. As for their keywords, take a look at them. They do have a lot of service keywords here. They don't really have that many irrelevant keywords that I'm seeing. That all points back to their field of work and area that they're in, except for this one. This is a national keyword, so they do have a couple of those, but yeah. Anyways, with that said, I hope that this has been helpful and informative. There's a lot of things that you can do. You can add more content and keywords, add more referring domains and backlinks in order to bump yourself up. Those would be my top 2 tips for you. without those, you're really limiting yourself as to how much business and traffic you would be getting online. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to reach out to my husband or I. We would love to get in touch with you in whatever time works best for you to help you out in any way that we can. And so with that, you have a wonderful rest of your day, and God bless.